Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Share Talk. Today I'm joined by a little group of people, in fact. First we've got Richard Lloyd again from NR Private Market. We've got Didier Fohlen from Annamite, who's the CEO there, Annamite Resources, and the chairman of Annamite Resources, Chris Goss. How are you today, gentlemen?
Very well, thanks.
Yes. Good morning to all. Good morning.
Right. Good morning to you. Annamite, I guarantee that most viewers won't have heard of the company, which is part of the reason of the exercise here. It is a private company in a relatively unusual or a jurisdiction, Laos, which you've got to get your geography, get your globe out to find out where that is, or remind yourself where that is. But Chris, could you tell us a little bit more about Annamite?
Yeah, certainly. Didier and I, we're both ex-IFC, International Finance Corporation, which, as you probably know, has been very involved in mining. And both of us had a bit of experience in Laos when we were with IFC. I went down to Laos back in 2014 when I was on the board of another exploration company and made some contacts there in the business and governmental world. And then Didier and I later became involved on an advisory basis with a different company and began to get to know the country very, very well. And so when that advisory work had finished, Didier decided to form a company based on our knowledge and our contacts in country. And Didier developed it as CEO and I came on board as chairman. And we've got a very strong group of technical and financial people to run the company. But I'll hand over to Didier now to explain a bit more.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you, Zach, for getting this interview organized. So we decided to build up a company in Laos based on the fact that Chris and a number of people, including myself, have been working in Laos for a number of years. We did a bit of math and we came up with the number that the team overall has 12 years each individual experience in Laos. And we set up a company in Singapore back in May 2019. And then we started settling in Vientiane, the capital of Laos. As you know, Laos is a landlocked country with Thailand to the south and to the west, Vietnam to the east, and then Cambodia in the south and China in the north. So it's landlocked. It's, I think, what we want to stress is totally underexplored. We believe, based on existing data, that only 6% of the countries has been seriously explored. So with a team of geologists, namely Paul and Nick, who are expat geologists that came to Laos and finally settled in Laos, we started to review project. We set up a local company, Annamite Resources Laos, and then we came up with a number of tenements that can be joint venture with ready targets, and that's how we sort of build up the company. We had the first raise of money of about 520 last year, and now we have secured two very interesting joint venture agreement. One is called the Sakai area, where we signed our first deal in August. And then we signed a second deal not very far from Sakai, north of Vientiane, in November. So we are ready to sort of rock and roll with all what we need in terms of good prospect, known deposit. We just need to raise additional money to be able to explore them properly.
Right. So as I understand it, you got first mover advantage in a almost effectively a virgin territory in terms of resources is concerned. I mean, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but not a bad appraisal, let's say. And you've got the experience to get these projects or the developments over the line. Richard, just on to you. I've spoken to you on many occasions now regarding up-and-coming companies to the stock market. How does this fit into the sort of the runway that you have at the moment?
Yeah, we like, I know the geology of the sort of wider region very well, having worked in Malaysia and in Indonesia. So you have that ring of fire, Southeast Asian gold, copper, prospectivity is excellent. Laos is underexplored, as Didier said, it's only 6% has actually been explored, but the geology is understood very well. There's a lot of artisanal mining. It's an earlier stage project, they're private, but there is a path to listing. So that's the equity or the liquidity event for the investor. And the team know what they're doing. So with all our deals, we do a lot of due diligence. And whilst not recommending a stock, we only put the ones we feel are going to make headway. And we've had some early interest already. It's only been on the platform this week. And there's already early interest in, a good story of, the first mover status and how you go about the role in a new country with the CSR, corporate social responsibility, and the environmental and social governance responsibility, which from the IFC backgrounds is second to none. So that was our confidence in that. So we look forward to supporting Annamite and their journey through the projects and to a listing.
And in terms of the projects, do we have an idea at this stage what the main minerals or resources might be, or is it still quite wide open?
So the one we call our flagship project, Zach, is a porphyry that has been recognized by previous drilling done by the Korean owners of the company. They are the one that we signed a joint venture with them in November. It's a big porphyry. The footprint is over 2 square kilometers. It's copper and gold for sure, but there's also indication that there will be nearby epithermal deposit and probably quite some silver and zinc. And the plan is to complete as soon as possible the geochemical survey on surface and then to start drilling. So our plan is to do probably 5 holes as soon as we can, totalizing between, I would say, 1,500 meters. And then to explore the overall prospect. Something extremely appealing in Laos is that the size of the tenements are quite big. So the one we have today is, our SOCD project is 250 square kilometers. That's huge. A number of anomalies have been already located by previous explorer. There's a huge potential on this sort of big area to find additional deposit.
So ground floor, and you are a ground floor opportunity, but potentially it could be a medium or large size company. We don't know yet.
Yes, that's correct. We believe that the deposit theory can be quite a big deposit. We just need to go through the all the details of the what I call modern exploration, which is something that doesn't exist in Laos, unfortunately. But yes, it could be a big project. The board and our technical team are extremely excited because the initial results, which are available on our website and also on the Minexia platform, shows that it's a significant footprint and the initial values are very attractive.
Right, and just to finish on this note, if people like what they hear or they're interested, what can they do now, Richard?
Yep, sign up to the platform as usual. The offer at the moment, which is it's going well, is at 4 cents. There's a small warrant as well, so 1 warrant for every 12 shares. That's going to get cut off probably around the $500,000-600,000 mark. They will then use those proceeds to advance the exploration. They may revisit the platform later in the year. So that's the opportunity there. And as Didier says, these porphyries, when you have a tight epithermal gold system, they can be quite small and very narrow and deep. However, these porphyry systems can be huge. You've seen them in Chile, and it's the same Pacific Rim ring of fire as we mentioned earlier. It goes around that whole Pacific area. So those deposits can be enormous, but we're early stage exploration on this one, and that's why we like it.
Richard Lloyd from NR Private Market, Didier Fohlen, and Chris Goss from Annamite Resources. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.